defense mechanisms. As humans, we have built-in defense mechanisms. But what if, over the years, they started working against us? Let's explore. If you are ready to break free from the scale, feel your best, and reclaim your health, you're in the right place. Welcome to Holistic Health Made Simple, where ancestral wisdom and science collide. I'm Jolene, your nutritional therapy practitioner and BFF on this wild ride. Let's explore the transformative power of a holistic mindset, the untapped potential of your gut health, the mysteries of metabolism, and the pillars of lifelong wellness. Say bye-bye to the frustration of yo-yo dieting and the allure of quick fixes and the maze of contradictory advice. Are you ready to step into this new chapter of your life and become your healthiest, most amazing self? Grab some water, pop in those headphones, and let's get started. Hey there. So today I want to talk to you specifically about defense mechanisms. We have them built in as humans, both physically and mentally, emotionally. They're there to protect us, but sometimes we've triggered them so often, they've gone awry. These systems help us survive. So they get triggered in lots of different scenarios to help us survive whatever is being thrown at us. Our body strives to be physically in homeostasis, which means balance. It's got all of these ways inside of us to balance out our minerals. So when one goes out of whack, it can pull from different areas, which we don't want it to, but to balance out those minerals. It's best if we get the balance of minerals through our food, but our body has ways of rebalancing the minerals. Oftentimes, that's why we have been trained that salt is bad, because it's a balance with potassium. Sometimes we get too much sodium, but we don't get enough potassium. So the balance goes out of whack. That creates a problem within the body. So it now is fighting to balance that back out. That's just one of many examples. The pH of all the different fluids in our body are strictly regulated by the body. Don't think you can make your body one way or the other. If you do, it's diseased. We don't want to do that. We want it to be the perfect pH of that entity. Blood is a certain pH, your stomach acid's a different pH, sweat is a different pH. You get the drift. Our body really strives for this balance. And when foreign invaders come in, we have an immune system that stomps them out to get our body back into a healthy state of balance. Within a healthy balance of things is the gut. I've talked about the gut many times before. It is part of what I work on to get you feeling better, and we'll get to that in a minute. But our gut needs a balanced ecosystem. Now, balance doesn't mean 50-50 of everything. It means it has the right amounts that the body needs to thrive. That goes with anything. The sodium potassium that I was talking about, it's not that it's a 50-50 split. It's just the right amount of each so that it's not pulling potassium out of other things. The same thing with calcium. We don't want it being pulled out of our bones because that weakens our bones. That is one of the keys, is when our minerals, the cofactors, get out of balance, our body starts striving and pulling from where it stores it. And sometimes the places it stores it, like our bones, it's actually needed. So we don't want it pulling from there. So our body strives for this balance of minerals, of vitamins, of fluids. That is what makes us healthy and thrive. It has this innate ability inside to heal by making this balance until it goes awry. And generally speaking, when the body goes awry is when things get so out of balance. It's pulling and moving and doing things to the point where it can't anymore. And that's when we become ill. Whether it's a cold, a flu, or bone loss, kidney issues, all of those is all because our body, something we did over the years, we put too much stress on it through food, through stress in general, that our body became out of balance to the point where it couldn't get back into that homeostasis. That's the physical balance that we're looking at. We're looking at the gut getting out of balance. We're looking at our immune system not being able to fight off the invaders because it's out of balance. Our goal is to always strive to get back into balance and to do things that get us there. And as we look at the big picture on this, there's more to it. Why do we fall off track so often that puts our body in this state of imbalance? Sometimes it's as simple as our defense mechanisms working against us instead of for us. Some of the content I will be sharing going forward is going to have more to do with the mindset issue than strictly nutrition and science, because too many of us struggle with the mindset. And we don't know that we are. We think that we don't have the willpower, that food is addictive, that we don't have the discipline, or I just got lazy. I'm here to tell you, you're not lazy. You have willpower. You have discipline. Yes, the food's addictive, but maybe not as much as you think. The problem isn't that you're broken. It's that things over the years threw our mindset into a defense mode, and we struggle getting out of it. A while back, I shared how I hide behind a little extra fluff and I struggle with self-sabotage because of a lot of the unwarranted attention I got as a child. As I have been personally exploring deeper, working through with my clients on these issues, talking to friends, I've realized something. It's actually deeper than that. Yes, that is a huge part of it. That is where my coping mechanism or my hiding mechanism is a little extra weight. However, a life lived in constant flight or fight with constant stress to the point that you don't even feel stressed anymore, working nonstop as a workaholic, all of this part of life is a huge cause of our defense mechanisms backfiring on us. It's trying to protect us. It's trying for us to find comfort. As we look around, we feel broken because there's people out there that don't have this struggle. Or they don't appear to have this struggle because it is not showing on their body as weight or illness. So we feel broken. But what is different about them versus us? Here's the thing. It doesn't matter. What matters most is you and your health and how you are going to overcome this issue of struggling. You've been on the diets and you always end up back where you started, or maybe not all the way back, but you can't keep it off. And I'm going to tell you, one of the biggest things we need to look at is what's going on in our life, but not necessarily today. I'm a very big believer of leaving the past behind, but we have to find ways to release stress that has built up over the decades. Your body collects and holds on to everything that's happened to it since you were born. Some good, some bad. Sometimes stress comes from good things as well as bad things. I mean, have any of you ever hosted a wedding? You know that you're super happy about the marriage and the wedding, but the event itself and putting it on can be incredibly stressful. And in a simple world, that wouldn't matter because the happiness would outweigh the stress. But we're in an environment of go, 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 and stress, and do more, and achieve more, and compare yourself to others more. And that builds up and accumulates. And there's a really good book called The Body Keeps Score. The title alone is telling you your body keeps score. So now you're thinking, well, crap, what do I do? I'm here to tell you, one, take a deep breath. You're not broken. We just need to start developing ways to release years-old tension. And I'm going to give you a hint. It doesn't necessarily require therapy. It does require you to start moving your body and eating healthy and drinking your water and getting some sleep. You know, everything I tell you in almost every single episode. I'm not joking though. It is serious that we've accumulated all this tension and stress. And if you're like me, you've got the neck pain, the back pain, and you think, oh, well, everybody else has it. It's part of aging. Here's the thing. It might be common. That does not make it normal. And your body's keeping score. There's one thing to always remember. We can control what we do. We cannot control the outcome, and we cannot control what others do. We can control how we react to it and what we do. And it's time that we start taking control and not let others have power over our stress levels and our emotions. And that takes some work. I will be sharing some people that I've reached out to, some people I've listened to, some breath work going forward to help you work through this other side. Because yes, nutrition's important. Exercise is important. Sleep is important. Hydration is important. But if we don't ever tackle that stress, and that's the thing that we all say, I'm not that stressed. I've heard it from a million people. I've said it myself a million times. I'm not that stressed. It's no big deal. You are numb to the stress over a lifetime. So it's time we focus on that first. While we can't avoid stress altogether, we can start developing and implementing stress relief techniques so that we can create a lifestyle that helps us bounce back when life gets rough and stress is at an all-time high, even if we don't feel like it. So we want to be able to reduce that stress almost before it arrives. I have 4 tools to help you. The first one is breathwork. Breathwork is a powerful tool. It helps you let go of stress because how you breathe influences how you feel. Controlling your breath helps you control your stress response. Work has you stressed out, you're stuck in traffic, the kids are annoying you, whatever it is, you're feeling some stress. Pause and take 3 to 5 deep breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And then attack the situation. You'll be a lot less stressed. It's that simple. There are many techniques on breath work. You can learn all different ways of doing it to help you relieve your stress, no matter what that stress is. So take a few minutes, do some deep breaths, and possibly explore further or more advanced breath work exercises. So next up is movement and nature combined. We know that physical activity reduces stress. We also know that being outdoors is a stress reliever. And when you combine them, it levels it all up. So take a little walk outside. Go march in place in your grass, barefooted. Whatever you can do to get a little bit outside and a little bit of movement, you're going to boost those endorphins and feel a lot better. Another tool in the stress reduction toolkit is mindful rituals. Having some sort of intentional ritual puts you in the driver's seat of your life and your day. So whether that's taking 15-20 minutes every morning to set up your whole day, having a morning routine to remove indecision, helps reduce the stress. There's nothing worse than getting up in the morning and running around like a chicken without your head because you have no game plan for the day. Your lunch isn't made, your kids' lunches aren't made, you don't have clothes out that maybe they're in the dryer, maybe they need to be ironed and you're going crazy. Have some sort of morning routine that can start your day off calmly. Any kind of ritual, which is a way of saying routine, will help you feel like you're in control and reduce the stress. It's not another thing on your to-do list. It is just an organized manner to do what you need to do that day. And the last tool in our toolkit for today is affirmations. And for some of you, this is going to sound a little woo or ooga booga, however you feel. Just know that when we're stressed out, our minds shoot straight to the negative. We just focus on all those negative thoughts. We get stuck on them and we start worrying, and then we ruminate about all the tough stuff we have ahead and we get even more stressed out. If we have a positive affirmation, which is just a simple statement that can help reprogram your thinking patterns, It will help you foster a positive outlook, which helps reduce the stress. Having a positive affirmation. This can be a prayer you do if you're religious, but keep it on the positive side so that you can get beyond your limiting beliefs. We should not be limited to the negative thoughts and how far we've come in the past, so we can't get further than that. When we start switching our brain, we can open it up so that we can get beyond getting stuck, beyond our defense mechanism. You see, some of our health journey stuckedness is because we have these limited beliefs on what's happened in the past. And we need to ditch them so that we can jump over those limited beliefs and get to the next step and live our life to the fullest. Our goals should be mobile, strong, and healthy. That's it. That's the motto. Mobile, strong, and healthy. All 4 tools I shared with you today will help you get there. They also will help reset your brain so that you don't struggle with the food as much. When we have less stress, we don't struggle making poor decisions that make us feel ill. Because our body's defense mechanism is we get upset stomachs, digestive issues. That's all when our body's screaming at us, give us the health food that our body needs. And for each one of us, that's different. There is not one perfect diet. I said that in a previous episode. The perfect diet is a diet that works for you to get healthy and that you can stick to. But when you have so much stress, it's hard to stick to any diet, any health plan. We shoot and reach for comfort. When we reduce that stress, we don't reach for the comfort anymore, and it helps us tremendously become a healthy human being. Now, I know I didn't go in depth in any of these tools, but it's okay because in the show notes is linked a handout for these. You can download it, pin it to your refrigerator, whatever you want to do, but it goes a little more in depth and gives you some more ideas on these 4 tools. You can also grab it at holistichealthmadesimple.com/toolkit. And grab it today. Start working on reducing the stress so that it can be a healthier you. Dialing in your nutrition and your diet becomes a lot easier when we start releasing this stress. And also, it has been proven time and time again, I know it's anecdotally, but when you start relieving stress, you can start releasing pounds and getting healthier. Stress is one of the number 1 things that make you unhealthy and retain weight. So on that note, friends, grab your toolkit. I will see you next time. Be healthy, be well. Bye. Thanks for listening in today. I hope you got some nuggets to take on your health journey. Remember, this podcast is for educational and entertainment purposes. No medical advice is being given. By listening to this podcast, you agree to the full disclaimer, which is linked in the show notes. If you found this podcast helpful, could you take 30 seconds and leave a review? Your feedback means the world to me, and it helps others discover my show. Once again, thank you for being part of my community. Until next time, have a blessed day.